Hey everybody, it's Lon Seidman. Time for another unboxing of another mini PC. This is the GBox, which is powered by a new Gemini Lake N4100 processor. We've got 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage on this one. This one's got Windows preloaded on it, but it looks like it will also run Linux. And we're going to have a full review of this on my main channel at lon.tv in a couple of days, so stay tuned for that. So let's take a look inside the box here and see what we get. I should mention that this came in free of charge through gearbest.com. However, they are not approving this video before it is uploaded, and all of the opinions you're about to hear are my own, and they are not paying for this review either. So here is the front of the device. You got a power button here. It looks like metal, but it is plastic here. This part is metal. So the outer casing here is metal on the side, and then in the middle here is plastic. It looks pretty cool, actually. On the front, we've got a USB Type-C connector. We'll test and see what you can do with that in the main review. We have 2 USB 3.0 ports here. We have a micro SD card slot there along with the power button. Nothing on this side. On the back, we've got a reset button. Got power that goes in here, VGA, HDMI out. We'll test and see what kind of 4K output we can get with this. Gigabit Ethernet, 2 USB 2.0 ports, and a headphone jack there, and nothing on this side. And I think I might want to take this apart and see what is inside of it for upgradability. So let's do that now and see what else we can do with this little mini PC. And we'll come back and see what else is in the box when we're done. So here is a little oddity as we've been taking this thing apart. The little thing here where there's a rubber foot comes off, and they have some screws here, as you can see, and we were trying to figure out why it wasn't coming off. Well, it turns out there is a screw underneath this sticker here that you also have to unscrew to get further into the computer. So let's get that off now. A lot of sticker gunk all over it now too. And let's take a look inside. Oh, there's not much here. I think we have to keep digging. This looks like, though, a SATA port, so you could augment its onboard storage. So it does come with 64 gigs of storage. It looks like we can slide another drive in there. So that is encouraging. But what we haven't figured out yet is how to get into the rest of the computer. So we're going to keep digging here and see if we can get a little further into this PC to see if there's anything else that's upgradable inside. Hang on. All right, there were some more screws here, right here, here, and here, and that will allow us to pull off this layer. And now we can get underneath it, but it looks like everything we want to see is on the other side. The big question is whether or not this has upgradable RAM. I am not confident that it does, but I am going to keep digging into this to see if I can find where that upgradable RAM is. And what's interesting here is that the SATA connector is on the motherboard itself, and it kind of peeks in through this little hole there. So there's no connector here in between these two parts. It comes off cleanly there. So we're going to try to figure out how to detach this motherboard and see if there's any upgradability to this. Hang on. All right, so after much work here, we have gotten further in. This is a fanless device, and the bad news is for you upgraders is that you can't upgrade the RAM on this. It looks like it's all soldered down. There's a big metal plate here covering everything, but I'm not seeing any RAM slots underneath it, and I'm reluctant to remove the plate because there's likely some thermal paste on there. But I'm not crazy about how it is handling its thermal management just by looking at this. It's not a true heat sink here. I mean, I guess it is because it's metal, but there's no like radiator plate or anything on it. So we'll have to see how this will do on our thermal testing here. So it looks kind of cool from the outside, maybe not so good on the inside, but we will have a full review on the main channel to look at all that. If you do take this apart, do be careful because the cables for the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi radio here are connected to the outer case. So you definitely want to be careful with that as you're playing around with it. So we're going to put this back together now and start our tests. And there will be a full review on the main channel at lon.tv. But before I do, let's see what else is in the box here. And we'll finish up this proper unboxing. So you have here just some manuals and stuff here with the specifications for the computer. And then in this box, I'm assuming, is the power cable. And this came in through GearBest, so I'm wondering if you might need an adapter or something on that power cable. So let's open it up here and see if it's ready for the US. Oh, they give you a remote control in the box too. How about that? And I think this might be, looks like an infrared remote control, but it's got some mouse functionality, so there might be a, we'll have to see how it works. There might be some Bluetooth functionality to that. Looks like here we've got a little mounting clip, so maybe this is a VESA mount perhaps, because there is a clip here on the underside of the casing, so that's probably what that's for. And we got power cable here. And right here is the AC adapter. So it looks like it's ready to go for the US, and I believe this is a switching power supply, so it'll handle 100 to 240, so it'll work either in the US or abroad. It feels kind of cheap actually, but it is a 12 volt 2 amp at 12 volts. So it looks like we're getting some decent power to the computer here. So let me put this thing back together now, and we'll have a full review coming up very shortly on the main channel at lon.tv, so stay tuned. $240, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned what this costs. Stay tuned for more.
This channel is brought to you by the lon.tv supporters, including gold level supporters Chris Allegretta, Tom Albrecht, Bill Reiner, and Kalyan Kumar. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit lon.tv/s.